Hi guys, welcome to the Occasional Biker, and today we are going to be unboxing my new Hotone Ampero. So this was delivered a couple of days ago. Bought it from GAC in the UK. As you can see, it's still wrapped in bubble wrap, so let's get it open. There we go, there's the retail packaging. Pretty sturdy box. A few little bump marks in it, but looks okay. So let's get it open, have a look. Which way? Okay, so not much to see from there. Really nicely packaged, really well done considering the cost of the unit. So we have instruction sheet with QR code. So whether that's for a manual yet or firmware, but we'll get to that. We have another one, exactly the same. For some reason there's two, not sure why. There we go. And here's the packaging of the unit itself. So we have a USB A to B cable, some silica, don't need that. Some foam packing, then the unit itself. Wow, this is, even in the packaging, this looks smaller than I was expecting. I mean, I didn't go for, well, I'll talk about the options that I went through before I bought this in a little while, but I didn't go for a HX stomp because I was worried it'd be a little small, and obviously it's smaller than this, but this is still quite petite. Let's unbox the rest of the accessories. So, cloverleaf power cable, and the power adapter itself, which I believe is 18 volt. 3 amp, 18 volt, yeah. Nothing else in there. So, let's pull the unit itself out. More silica, don't need that. So that's it in the box. There we go. Feels very well made. Good sturdy chassis. Steel, must be from the weight. Plenty of inputs and outputs on the back. I'm sure you probably already know that. All the switchgear feels very good. It just feels like a quality unit. not a great fan of these small expression pedals, but one of the reasons I went for this unit is well, the major reason really is because the sound, when you compare this with other units, the sound on YouTube, I preferred the raw sound that came out of this, and I'll mainly be using this amplus straight through into headphones and then into my PC behind me, so the sound was the main thing for me. So the options before I bought this and the thought process I went through were A, comparing the sound between this and the other options in the same price range. So the G200, G250, roughly same price range. Obviously this, the Ampero 1. Main reason I didn't go for the Ampero 1 is the extra foot switch on this, and probably, believe it or not, the actual selector toggles here. I didn't look forward to using. I've used electronic level controls on things like my Marshall K25 that I had before. Didn't particularly get on with them, thought they were a bit fiddly. So the combination of a touchscreen and the toggle wheels, buttons, whatever you want to call them, on this actually appealed to me. So those were the main reasons I went for this over the Ampero 1, plus the extra I/O on the back, so the XLRs, the MIDI, that's pretty much it. The downside to this is that I've seen in a few places that this has more noise on the incoming signal than the Ampero 1. Took a chance, preferred the layout. The sound's identical anyway, I know that from videos that I've seen on YouTube already, so obviously I went for this one. The other options, the G200, G250, didn't like the sound on those at all. In comparison, this is much more, like I said before, much more raw. Overall, better quality sound to my ears anyway. It was a close run thing between this and the HX Stomp. I didn't go for the Stomp mainly because of its size. The size of the unit put me off. I know there's lots of inputs on it, that sounds great, but using it without a PC I thought would have been a major ball ache, given the size, given the lack of touchscreen, given the size of the screen on the Stomp, and this is cheaper. This was the cheapest I could find. The Stomp at the time was 400 quid. This was 350, so you know, it's a good 25%, almost cheaper. And this had a slight edge in sound, at least to my ears anyway. The other option was the Podgo. Similar sound to the HX Stomp, much more buttons, software is less flexible, effects positions less flexible. I know this has fixed positions as well, but the main thing that turned me off about the Stomp was the Go was like a touchscreen and the sheer size of it. This, my studio man cave room, it's not the biggest in the world. This is the perfect size for me actually. So yeah, brought me back to this, which is the unit I went around in a massive circle actually. Immediately loved the sound of this, started checking out other options, went around in a circle and then came back to it and ended up just ordering it. So that was my thought process in selecting this particular unit. Now I'm aware there have been a lot of software revisions over the last year or so, so I'm going to get this plugged in and make sure it's on the latest firmware update. And now what I'll probably do is give you another do another video with my impressions, a couple of sounds, not really based on the sound because that's subjective anyway, but I'll give you my impressions of using the unit, any bugs, any flaws, that kind of thing. So we'll go from there. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.